Just when you think you are done, this game kicks you down again and spits in your face. There was a Xenon survivor fleet. I didn't see them, and they conquered this Pyramid sector, and boom, another fleet warped in. So our cleanup job is not done yet. I've already sent a fleet. But I think I will let those capital ships escape, because they are headed to a series of Pyramid sectors. And maybe they drive the Pyramid out of this area. This would actually be very nice, because now as the Xenon War is drawing to a close, we will focus more on the Pyramid. I have used the opportunity and conquered many Xenon sectors in the central area of the galaxy and gave most of them away to the Argons. But the Pyramids are already on their heels with major invasions. They won't be able to hold, and we have to support them. I'm not quite sure if I want to go into open war with the Pyramid, especially as I have established many isolated sectors in between theirs. These are mostly meant to be a basis for hacking stations, so that we can maybe help the Argons on a more indirect way. For example, hacking Pyramid capital ships. So they are using many of these carriers in their battle groups, the Zeus. And I want to create a virus which can specifically target the cooling system, and that will damage their hull and make them easier, and also easier to kill, and also slower. So yeah, let's develop a virus against that. This new Xenon fleet is really annoying and much more powerful than I thought. Three of those frigates have survived, and they were able to destroy the local Pyramid outpost. And now this whole cat and mouse game continues until we finally get some peace. We're taking some damage here, but it's not life-threatening. When this is over, I'm going to have a timeout, let my fleets repair, and also dock them in dry dock outposts. It reduces their maintenance, makes them a bit cheaper. We're going to need a lot more ships for the final OCV waves. Yeah, the Pyramid have just conquered this Argon sector here, but it became neutral. They didn't claim it, they didn't conquer it. And this is due to the favor action. And the favor action of, how is it called? Fairness. I bought that with my remaining favor points with the Pyranids. And it will time out, but during the next 11 hours they won't conquer sectors, they will only clean them out, and then it will become abandoned. So the Argons will have a chance to recapture it. I think right now it is protected from TerraCorp. Ah no, so it's ready for the taking. So they could actually move in right now, but maybe it's a bad idea because the Pyramid are still around. We have more Xenon sectors down here, which are now abandoned. Maybe I can convince the Argons to grab a bunch of them. We have a ton of favor points since I gave them so many sectors. Each of them gives you 1 favor point. So let's see. You can tell them to prioritize certain sectors for 2 favor points, so that they focus on claiming those neutral sectors and don't waste their forces against the Pyramid. Our new virus is ready, so maybe we can do some damage against the Pyramid without them noticing. Now I'm going to check my satellite network if we didn't miss any other Xenon, that we don't get the same surprise again. So Spires of Illusion is the sector we are in right now. We also have another Xenon in the vaults. Ah yeah, see, it's another destroyer. And they are already hammering down on the outpost, so we... Ah, it's a sneaky guy. We did miss this one. The vault is up here. So they will claim that too. But it's still going to take a while until they destroy the outpost. Maybe the Pyramid can prevent that. It really is an uphill battle. But these are the last Xenon, at least the ones we see on our satellites. Here we have our Argon boys. And most of their sectors in this area now also have a ring of fire, a ring of laser towers. I activated the perk in most of these sectors here, and then transferred ownership of the sector. I think this is very neat that we can keep the laser towers for later. They are very good to take out smaller pirate or Xenon incursions, and also help with the defense. Now there is a reason why the Pyramid are so incredibly powerful in my game. That is not only because they have managed to conquer a lot of sectors very early and are the largest empire. They get a further boost from a new feature that I'm going to add with the next version of my rebalance mod. Right now it's not compatible with Mayhem, at least the public version. I'm currently playtesting the update, and it will have a new feature which is an incredible buff for NPC factions, makes them much more capable, and from what I can tell it It really does some wonders to them. And the Paranid especially are benefiting a lot from that. The other factions not so much, because I added this feature later through the playthrough. And so the Paranid were really the only faction which got boosted a lot from this new feature, which I will talk more about in the next video. For now it's just important to weaken them wherever we can. So in the sector directly next to us we have 3 of those Zeus carriers, and according to the database two of them are vulnerable for our new virus. One of them has a closed port, we cannot hack this one, but the other 2 are vulnerable. So I'm rushing over there with my scout ship, which is carrying the hacking rootkit and hacker chips. Then we will install some backdoors and launch the virus. But we also need a hacking station in this sector, Lost Order. So let's get one of my TLs over with a research station and build that over here. Ah, that's good. The one which is already heavily damaged is the one that we cannot hack. So that fits perfectly. But those 2 guys here, they are at full health. And it would be good to damage them. Six, 3, 2, 9, 5. That was number 1. And number 2. So now we have compromised these 2 carriers here, and we can upload our virus at any time we want. And I think these must be multiple battle groups, because 3 carriers, that seems like too much for one battle group. So maybe one or more of these guys are actually leading a battle group. And if we can damage the leader, the lead ship, that would be even better, because it slows down the entire fleet if the lead ship is damaged. So that would be perfect. What's also useful is the cargo system hack. That will eject some of their weapons and also some shields. This also weakens them. So if our cooling system hack gets discovered and they close this port, then we could switch over to the cargo system and get a few more hacks out of that. But one step after the other.